The Queen died peacefully at Balmoral this afternoon.
On the 8th of September 2022, Queen Elizabeth II, the longest reigning monarch in British history, passed away at the age of 96. Her death marked the end of an era for the United Kingdom and the Commonwealth. The days following the Queen's passing were filled with solemn tributes and memorial services, attended by dignitaries and citizens from around the world. The Queen's unwavering dedication to her role as head of state and her profound impact on the nation were evident as millions paid their respects.
Once we finally got the news, it was just a shock, really, and I think also an emotional response, really, because we realised how much she really meant to us.
Even on that, the last televised thing with Liz Truss, such a lovely smile and a welcome, and I think that's, you just knew she was there.
It was very sad, very, very sad. Like everyone's saying, she's been part of our lives.
12 months on from the death of the Queen, royal correspondent Matt Wilkinson reflects on the events that have transpired since her passing.
So I remember just days after the death of the Queen, just days after the funeral, I spoke to someone very important working for the King who said, there is no 100-day plan. Our politicians might have a manifesto where they say, this is what I plan to achieve in the next 100 days or the next year. That didn't exist. They just wanted to get past the Harry dramas such as Netflix, Spare. There was just dates in the diary that they just needed to achieve. And the biggest date of the diary was to get to and get past the coronation. Now, I believe the coronation was a success. It's the most important event for the royal family. It's what they're there for. We have the situation where the country only functions by having a member of the family installed as head of state. Now they've got to that, and they're now, I believe, moving forward with huge confidence.
The absence of Queen Elizabeth II is deeply felt, for she was not just a symbol of continuity, but also the glue that held the monarchy and the nation together through times of change and challenge. Her remarkable reign brought stability and a sense of unity during moments of uncertainty.
Her strength was that she symbolised stability. I mean, if you think during her 70-year reign, the amount of political and social turmoil in this country, there was a very small amount of people alive that have lived or spent any time not under the Queen's reign. And it's the fact that she was always there. She was always unflustered. She never really put her foot wrong. I mean, she never really said anything awkward or caused any kind of outcry with anything she actually did. She represented Great Britain around the world as a young woman, as a mother, as a grandmother, as a great-grandmother. She represented the country marvellously for 70 years.
In the immediate aftermath of the Queen's death, Prince Charles, the eldest son of Queen Elizabeth II, was sworn in as King Charles III. His ascension to the throne marked the beginning of a new chapter for the British monarchy. In his inaugural address, King Charles III spoke of unity and continuity, pledging to carry on the legacy of his mother and serve the people with dedication and devotion.
So I don't think King Charles has particularly put a foot wrong in his first year as the king. Now he had a long apprenticeship. Remember, he was waiting a long time for this moment, and he became king in very tragic circumstances. And if we remember back to the pictures and the footage from a year ago, you could see in his face that the emotion. But he was very stoic, like his mother, and he bit his lip and got on with it. He found it difficult in the first couple of months. He had to go to Balmoral, and he had to spend time with himself and think about what he was going to do with his reign. But he's in his 70s. He's full of energy. The amount of engagements that he does, the amount of people that he meets, and as I say, he hasn't really put a foot wrong.
Over the past year, the British monarchy has navigated a series of challenges and changes. From Prince William and Catherine, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, taking on more prominent roles, to Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, stepping back from their official duties. The royal family has been in the spotlight like never before.
While on the domestic scene, Charles has, successfully got on with the job, as I say, just stoically said, this is now my role, this is what I have to do. He will become more of a world statesman over the next year, and I think that's coming up in the calendar definitely next year in elements of the Commonwealth. But family-wise, he has also acted decisively on both Andrew and Harry, which were the problems that blighted the Queen's later years. He had a big intrigue when he started. I think he's cleared a lot of the family issues. And as I say, I think there's going to be a lot of confidence going forward now. We've got past the coronation and we're now 12 months after the Queen died. I think we will see more of the King abroad and we'll see more of his personality and issues, maybe environmental issues that he wants to fight, really becoming to the fore in the news around the world.
The year following the Queen's death has seen a shift in the dynamics of the royal family. While Prince William and Catherine have continued to represent the monarchy with grace, there have been some significant changes.
William and Kate have been absolutely smashing it in recent years. I think they were hugely affected by the arrival of Meghan and the rows, the very publicly reported rows between Harry and Meghan and them in Windsor, and I think they found that really, really difficult. Without the Sussexes being here, I think that they have really stepped up. They've had to step up now because they're the Prince and Princess of Wales. They've really got to get involved, work harder, and really be the face of the younger members of the royal family, because obviously Charles and Camilla are in their 70s.
Indeed, Prince Harry and Meghan's decision to step back from their royal roles and relocate to the United States marked a turning point. Their candid interviews and revelations have sparked conversations about the monarchy's future.
Harry and Meghan have largely been ignored by the members of the royal family in the past year. I think that's hurt Harry and Meghan. I think they wanted some kind of reaction when they produced their Netflix documentary and Harry's book Spare. The royal family have moved on, as I keep saying. The royal family have moved on. Harry and Meghan haven't. They're still stuck complaining about things that happened 2 or 3 years ago. I think, as I say, it massively affected their confidence at the time. Looking at any actual changes, the only changes I can see with the royal family is that they've stopped commenting on everything that Harry and Meghan do. We no longer see statements such as recollections may vary. It's a situation as that they've offered Harry and Meghan everything when they were here in the UK. They offered them work, they offered them a house, they offered them money, they gave them everything that they needed. It's now a situation where they've moved out of the family home and the royal family is saying, okay, you've left the family nest, you're grown-ups, now just go and live on your own. So there hasn't been any massive internal changes within how the royal family are actually operating, but they are largely ignoring anything that Harry and Meghan come up with or say.
Throughout the past year, the British monarchy has adapted to changing times. Public opinion about the institution has evolved, and calls for modernisation have grown louder. There have been discussions about streamlining the monarchy, focusing on core roles, and reducing the number of working royals. These changes could mark a shift towards a more cost-effective and modern institution.
The royal family is old. Not only are the members old, but the institution is old. And it's very important to keep all of these traditions. If it didn't have these traditions, then what is the point? Change within the royal family and within the royal household of palaces is glacial. Currently, there are some elements, staffing elements and protocols that really do date back to the Edwardian and Victorian era. King Charles in his 70s isn't the kind of man that is suddenly going to sweep out and turn it into a 21st century institution. Kate and William, possibly, but I do not see how the royal family can survive if it was to post itself, to reform itself as some kind of, thrusting young 21st century organisation. It needs to root itself in the traditions, and I think that's what King Charles is doing.
Amidst the uncertainty surrounding the British monarchy, there is optimism about the future of the institution, especially with the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, Prince William and Catherine, poised to play a pivotal role. Prince William and Catherine have steadily assumed greater responsibilities and shown a deep commitment to their roles within the royal family. Their dedication to charitable causes, leadership in mental health advocacy, have garnered respect both at home and abroad. It is this sense of stability and reliability that leads many to believe that the monarchy may be in safe hands with the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. They bring a modern sensibility while also respecting the traditions and values that the monarchy represents.
Popularity-wise, yes, it is safe with Kate and William, and the reason it has to be safe with Kate and William is because there aren't many other members of the royal family that actually has the monarchy in their hands. It can't go to Harry and Meghan because obviously they're in America. It can't go to Prince Andrew because he is massively disgraced. So it has to remain with Kate and William, and it has to remain with George, Charlotte, and Louis.
As the British monarchy navigates the challenges of the 21st century, the presence of Prince William and Catherine offers a sense of continuity and hope. Their dedication to their royal duties, along with the relatable qualities as parents and community leaders, may well secure the future of the firm in an ever-changing world.